Hey guys, so this is my first video, and basically what I'll be talking to you guys about today is my nose piercing, the healing process, and how I dealt with it with my parents. So let's get on to it. I got this nose piercing about June of 2015, so it's been almost a year for me, and the healing process was kind of bad in a way because it did get infected twice. The infection's been away on its own, so everything eventually completely healed about 4 months later in October, and I knew it healed because my jewels started becoming really loose and it moved around everywhere, and there wasn't as much pain. So it took about 4 months for me. Most people it takes about 3 to 6 months depending on your skin, how sensitive it is, all that good stuff. So now onto the parents. They kind of didn't really notice that at first since nose piercings are really small, but when they did notice it, they kind of asked me questions like, why did you get it? Why did you tell us? Take it out, those things. So I think one thing I kind of wasn't too happy. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of happy that this whole thing went the way that it did. Eventually, they let the nose piercing grow on them and they eventually let it go. But it did take a while, about a month. It wasn't that long, but to me it's just constant questions being asked every day was a bit of a drag. So yeah, but eventually it became really okay for them because you realize that it didn't really affect me, and it was just one of those things to embellish yourselves with. So like dyeing your hair, putting on makeup, just one of those things. So, and they knew that it was just a temporary thing. I definitely don't think I'm going to be keeping this forever, but if I do, that's cool too. I think that the way that you treat the situation with your parents matters a lot, because I did not treat it as that big of an issue. It was just, yo, what's up? I got a nose piercing, that's it. And my parents were all like, when they're speaking Chinese to me, like, oh, wait, Shima, like, why'd you get that? And so eventually, about a month later, they're all like, it's cool. They don't even talk about it anymore. Now on to the pain. So when I got my nose piercing, I did go to a piercing shop. So for those of you who are planning on doing this at home, don't do this at home. It is not a good idea. It is imperative you guys go to a piercing shop / tattoo shop, whichever it is. They usually have sterilized needles, so I did go to one of those. They sterilized the needle and then they go ahead and poked the hole in my nose and they put the jewel through it. So basically, my pain tolerance is pretty high. Like, I have a tattoo and this was probably the worst pain I've ever had because it's on your face, and your nose is just so sensitive for some reason. And well, I don't know about you guys, but it was really sensitive for me. So when they poked the needle through, I literally just, my whole body just flinched like so bad, and I was just holding my hands like this because it literally, the pinch, they said, oh yeah, it's just gonna be a little pinch. No, for me it was not just a little pinch. It was just freaking like a crab claw just holding onto my nose and just piercing through that, and I bled for about 10 minutes after that. So the pain, it was bad for me. Even though it lasted a few seconds at that moment, it was just replaying in my head. I could still feel it. It was just bad, but I think the pain was worth it because I ended up really being happy with the finished product, so it's all good. So that's basically it for my talk about my nose piercing. And if you guys have any questions, comment down below. I'll reply to them. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!